Boss, the summer of change continues. 3 transfers already over the line. Firstly, can we talk about Tim Clancy? What do you feel he'll bring to the squad?
He brings stability to a back four. We've been crying out for someone that can play in a right back position for us as well, which is a major plus. Also, he's utility enough to be able to play around in a few positions at the back. So he's a good attitude, good character. What we spoke about, what type of people, bringing decent players in, but also players that have the right attitude and right character about the place, and he fits the bill perfectly.
Secondly, obviously James McPake, a familiar face to yourself and to our supporters. How pleased were you to get that one over the line?
I was delighted to get it done. Obviously it was drawn out a bit, but it was great to get it finished in the end. I think for everybody's sake, James as well, and he's delighted to be here, and we're delighted to have him. We've seen the impact he had last season, and he's an inspirational character in the place, and that's what we need. Like I said, it goes back to the same as Tim. That type of player and character is important around the place to change the thinking of the club and the way we want to move it forward.
Was he your number one transfer target?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke from the end of the season. Before the end of the season, we'd love him to keep James, and we've been working away in that. The club have been working away in that to make sure that got done, and I'm delighted we got it done.
Finally, we managed to bring in Paul Kearney. What will he bring to the equation?
Yeah, he's different to what we have, Paul. He's, he can play in a few different positions, which is great. He can play on both sides. He can play through the middle, or as a central midfielder or off a striker. So, I think we get him up to the level of fitness that we want him at. I think he's going to be a great addition to the squad. Good footballer, gets on the ball, brave. We'll go and take the ball when we need people to be brave. And again, is one that sees obviously coming here a big opportunity and a big chance, and is hungry to be successful here.
Is that one area that you were keen to kind of focus on, in particular the midfield area, and in particular perhaps getting goals from midfield? Yeah,
well, obviously we want to share the goals around. Lee and Gary got plenty of goals for us last year, but we didn't get too many in other areas, so it's important that we mix it up. We don't have a lot of strikers in the club at the moment. Obviously Doyler's the main striker, and then we've got some young boys in Danny Hanlon and Ross Cole, and obviously we're looking to bring one in there as well, but we need to share the load for them all. That's really what it's about. If we can chip in with goals from elsewhere in the team, it makes it a lot easier.
Does the uncertainty that perhaps is still going on in a quite an unusual summer in Scottish football, has that impacted on the budget at all in terms of trying to bring?
Yeah, it's impacted in the uncertainty because nobody knows what's going on. It's a situation where it's as clear as mud. I suppose it's nobody knows what is happening, and that's difficult for all clubs, not just this club. It's difficult for every club because it's difficult to say you have X amount to spend when you don't know what your turnover is going to be. So we all understand that. It can be very frustrating at times, I think, from my point of view. But look, we've got to deal with it. It is the situation, and we've got to just make sure that the club is being run properly, and we continue to do that, and we're mindful of that. But also we want to bring in, real quality players and going to improve the position of the team.
We're here at East Mains. Pre-season is now well underway. Speaking to James McPake, you mentioned that the intensity had been cranked up a lot. It had been really hard sessions. What's the kind of mindset from your perspective towards pre-season?
Hard work. It's all pre-season's about. It's not nice as a player of being there, but it's about hard work. And it's, as a player, it's great when you have a week or two under your belt. You can feel yourself getting to the levels that you need to be. It's about getting the fitness levels up, and then obviously making sure that we hit the ground running when we come to the first league game. So a lot of hard work in the morning, at the moment, and leading into quicker stuff as we go through the weeks. But it's been good. The players have worked really, really hard. They've embraced everything we've put in front of them, and they've worked as hard as they can to make sure that their fitness levels go up to the level that we want them at.
How valuable do you feel it will be to have a full season here at Hibs? Because you came in November. Obviously the foundations perhaps have already been put in place for that season. Is it difficult to sort of inherit someone else's team, and now do you feel this will be?
Well, I think as a manager, you sometimes end up in them positions. You normally get a job because someone else has lost their job, so it's very unusual that you take over a team that's doing really well. It does happen in cases when obviously somebody moves on that's done well, but normally as a manager you come in and you've got to pick up the reins as such. So, but okay, we set our goal, we did that. Now it's important that we put a stamp on that. We're trying to build our own team, and I know we're not going to be able to build it straight away in one fell swoop. So it's important that we put the foundations in and can build it over a period of time.